What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. So, Impact Wrestling had their annual Slammiversary show. This one took place July 17th at Skyway Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm like, okay, God, they got. I agree, they gotta get out of Nashville, bro.
Look, that's where the headquarters are.
Yeah, I get it, but it's Nashville. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't even mind Nashville if they was in the, if they were in a not a respectable arena. If they were in a better arena. Like if they was in an NXT style arena, I wouldn't mind. But they're in like a Capitol Wrestling Center style arena.
Yeah. Well, it shows, and then, well, they had their annual Slammiversary show, and they decided, hey, well, WWE's gonna bring back fans, so I was like, well, y'all probably shouldn't have. But they let about those 100 people out there. You remember Family Guy when they made the joke about the fans of the WNBA? You had that one guy was like, "Yay!" in the audience. That's that's Impact fans when it comes to talk about wrestling. It's like, yo, where are the Impact fans at? And just that one guy right there, who's that Impact fan. It's like it was like the same 100 people. And look, I'm not mad at them for being a loyalist, but like I said, Impact has just fallen so far off the wagon. But one day I can always keep my head up on is that Impact will always somehow put on an awesome Slammiversary show every single year. I started actually going back and watching Slammiversary back when it was Bobby versus, I forgot somebody, he had all the belts, and they actually had D-Lo.
I think it was Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards, yeah. And they actually had D'Angelo Williams.
EC3 or whatever.
Yeah, they actually had D'Angelo Williams teaming up with Moose at that time.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the first Slammiversary you actually got me back into. And every year I've been watching Slammiversary. So I watched it this year, and I have to say, this wasn't one of the best ones.
Nah, I think they did just get a new booking team, too.
Look, I'll be fine. Look, I had issues with a couple matches on this card. Obviously, I don't know too much of the story. I don't watch Impact Wrestling. I just watch Slammiversary every year to see what's going on. And I loosely keep up with Impact. And I was like, okay, well, the Kenny Omega Sami Callihan match, I'll get onto that when I get onto that. We had a couple of returns, some that did you really care, or whatever the case may be. So first of all, Decay, which is not Crazy Steve anymore, is Rosemary and Havoc. Decay still got Crazy Steve and Black Tyrus, who's there now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who that devil looking
I don't know
is.
because I've been loosely following this, and it was like Havoc was just a tag team with somebody named Nevaeh, and I don't think they won the titles. They probably did, I don't know, but they was just a tag team, and now she's teaming with Rosemary. So okay, just go with it.
Sure, because that's the new Decay. They beat my girls Fire and Flavor.
Yeah,
I like that.
I don't know why they beat them, but they're gonna get them back just because they're the Flavor and Fire are the actual tag team of the whole company, and they done lost it twice already. So all they do is lose them and get them right back. Okay,
because I was like, wait, hold on now, because I did like Fire and Flavor. I did like their tag team. They're a good team. I'm not saying Decay's not a team because it looks like they got some Decay, Havoc, and Rosemary. I mean, sure. They brought the biggest selling point, or one of the biggest selling points for Slammiversary also was they brought back the Ultimate X match. And
it was the match. The concept was a selling point, but the people in the match were not.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. You understand what I'm about to say, probably. I was about to say maybe they should have kept it off. I'm like, maybe it's not the match that's the problem. It's the people in there. They had Josh Alexander, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, Petey Williams, Roja Raja, and Trey Miguel, all in this Ultimate X match for X Division Championship. First of all, I ain't know Josh Alexander was a X Division person. I was like, first of all, I hate the wrestling helmet. You're like,
he was in the tag team. They were like the longest reigning champions. I
you mean the North?
Yes.
Yes, I know. I remember. I told you I like the North.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? So why the hell is he doing this shit?
Because the North is not the North.
Oh.
What you call it is in AEW.
Who? His
partner's in AEW. Yeah, his partner's in AEW.
Oh damn! Wait, who's his partner again? Name wise,
it's Ethan Page.
That's right. You right. Ethan Page isn't. Yeah, you right. So
Ethan Page is in AEW, so he won the X Division Championship.
Well, this match, they tried, but in my opinion, it just kind of like it didn't have that X Division flavor to it. The other people, there was one.
It did not.
Huh?
I said it did not.
There was one spot that they tried where they was like everybody was having it in a submission hold, and Josh.
That was
horrible.
But they tried to do it because I know PWG does that a lot. Or they'll have a hold and somebody put somebody else in the hole, and they'll do that a lot. But that spot does not work on a pay-per-view like this. When it's like you have a dude in the ankle hole, he puts a dude in the rest hole, he puts a dude in the hole. Like, you're up by the title. Let go of everybody and get the title.
Exactly. He first of all, Josh Alexander is hold up on the ropes, and then he puts Chris Bay in an ankle lock from hanging from the top there, as Chris Bay is putting Ace Austin in a sleeper, and then everybody's in the submission hole, and it's like one long train. I'm just like, this. I know what they're trying to go for, but it looks stupid. It looks stupid.
I think that's Impact's new Tower of Doom spot.
Oh God!
Remember how in every multi-man match they'll do the Tower of Doom where they have like one person go to suplex and two people on the side, and one person powerbomb everybody. Yeah, that's their new spot like that because they do that a lot.
Well, I guess the X Division matches, the Ultimate X match is here to stay now.
I don't know. It does not see. That's another thing about this arena. It just doesn't give off Ultimate X vibes. You know how I used to have the four big wires and they used to look like Ultimate X. This don't even look like an Ultimate X. You like at the ceiling.
Yeah, because first of all, they got it so dark in that arena. It's like where they going up to that? Oh shit, there's ropes up there. You barely can see the ropes.
Yeah, because you're like on the roof almost. It's like there's no space to make it look like, oh my gosh. It's just like you're like right at the top of the building.
Yeah, I miss the old Ultimate X matches. Like, Supermax would just do a flying powerbomb to you on the outside.
Yep.
And Homicide would just go dive and destroy you. Matt Cardone and is going against Brian Myers and what's Emma's new name?
Tennille Dashwood.
It's Tennille Dashwood with a mystery partner for Matt Cardone. Who is it?
We already knew who this was. I don't know why they tried to act like we didn't know who this is coming out.
Well, she comes out and it's Chelsea Green. I mean, why not? They work for her on SmackDown. I mean, they really are. Are they still dating or are they married?
They're engaged.
Engaged. Okay, well, yeah. She comes out and they have it's a mixed tag matchup. I was like, I ain't know, Brian Myers and Matt Cardone was rivaling. each other, but
they are. It's they are rivals just because they've been in the T for so long that they just like, all right, we're gonna rival.
okay. Well, Chelsea Green put her Unprettier on and got the pin on Tania Dashwood. So there you have it. As a big match. We had what's this guy's William Morrissey? Oh, Big Cass. That guy. Yeah. I don't know what his new name is now, but
his name is not William Morrissey. It's W. Morrissey, which is worse.
W. Morrissey defeated Eddie Edwards. So that was a regular singles match. I was like, oh, that's right, Big Cass is back. Enzo's doing other stuff. So I was like, okay, yeah, he's in Impact.
If his name was William Morrissey, I would not complain. But it's the W Morrissey that got me. The W with the period behind it.
Yeah,
is what got me. What gets me.
I think he probably felt as though he's like, I'm being creative.
Yeah, sure.
We have. Oh, this is the most dumbest name for a tag team. Finn Juice, David Finlay, and Juice Robinson taking on Madman Fulton and who's the other guy? Saria.
Rhino? No, never mind, not right now.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know. I was like, okay, sure. I do know that Madman Fulton is Sawyer Fulton from
Sanity.
Yeah, Sanity. Yeah, so yeah, he's the. I know Juice Robinson. I thought he was still in New Japan. I know he was in Impact.
He is in New Japan.
Oh, so they doing a crossover?
Somewhat.
Okay, well, they won that match. The match of the night, in my personal opinion.
Wait, did they win?
Yeah, Finn Juice won.
I'm thinking of another match. All right, my bad. Sorry.
Chris Sabin took on Moose.
Yeah, random. It was pretty random.
I was like, this is happening because sure.
Yeah, it was no heat, no storyline. They just literally announced. I think they announced Chris Sabin like the day before.
Wow. Moose is usually that one that gets that big mid card match around Slammiversary.
He just had a championship match the last pay-per-view.
He's usually booked in big scenarios when this stuff happens. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he literally just fought Omega for the title the last pay-per-view. The main event.
Wow, that's what I said. I didn't see the last one.
Yeah, he fought Omega for the title, and then after Sami Callihan came out.
Wait, so why the hell did they not give Moose a championship now?
Because Omega has the championship.
Omega had a championship, but also Omega needs. He's gonna have to lose them eventually because he's probably gonna have to lose them all before he goes to the page.
He's not gonna lose the Impact championship first. He's gonna lose the AEW one first and then lose the Impact or whatever. He's not gonna lose Impact first or AAA first.
Yeah, I thought because it would have been a kind of cool story that he loses like Impact to AAA, and then he stuck with AEW, which is the most prized possession. And then he finally, because of all the other title losses, he loses to Adam Page, and then now he has no belts, and he goes off TV for a while, so we can get a chance to miss Kenny Omega.
Oh, maybe I don't know. I just took it as he can lose because I don't see him losing to Moose, and then you still trying to book him as being unbeatable on AEW if he obviously has lost all his championships.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Chris Sabin defeats Moose, but it was a pretty good match. Moose does a moonsault fall away stand from the top rope, almost hits his head, but he does make it. Moose impresses me more and more every single time I see him wrestle.
And he said it. This man said, "I don't want to go to WWE because the Impact told me I will be in big match scenarios."
So far, Moose has been in big match scenarios.
He just resigned. Like he lost the title match and still signed the paper.
That's crazy. First of all, he'll be with Moose in WWE will just go right to NXT, and I think Triple H will see something in him, but I don't think Vince will. I mean, other than his body type. That's probably all Moose will see. But I'm just like, but if he works at Impact, he can cross over AEW. So
but they haven't been doing that. The only people that's been crossing over is Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I'm sorry, I just got scared by my daughter. Speaking of the Good Brothers, we got a fatal 4-way tag team match. Impact World for the Impact World Tag Team Championships. The Good Brothers taking on Violent by Design. Taking on Rich Swann and Willie Mack.
You know who's in that team?
Joe Doering and Rhino.
Yes, Rhino and Eric Young.
Yeah, and
it's 4 people in it, and they do the people
and Diener, Cody Diener from ODB.
Yep.
That's. Ugh.
Rhino has a tag team championship. Rhino has a championship in 2021. Yes.
But
think about that.
But yeah, you got mad at me when I said we in the year of our Lord 2021 and Christian and Matt Riddle still facing off. Stop.
I didn't get mad. I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. I don't care.
Shit, man. All of you got to scream. Taking on Rich Swann versus Willie Mack, taking on the team of Fahaba or Falaba. How you say his name?
I don't know.
And his mystery partner, wait for it, y'all. No way. Can't say rest. No way. Can't say. No way. Can't say. No way Jose is now in Impact Wrestling as No Way. I said, if that ain't lazy.
That's not horrible. No, your name is No Way. He could at least been No Way somebody. No Way
You
Jimmy
know how many Hispanic, Dominican names you could have picked from? Like, you know what I'm saying? No Way Jesus. No Way Colon. No Way. There's so many things you could have did other than saying, I'm No Way. No way you over here in Impact. So now he's in Impact and they have a fatal 4-way match. And I was like, well, none of these people are winning the titles. I didn't even know Willie Mack and Rich Swann was even talking. And I'm like, wasn't Rich Swann just a champion earlier this year? And now he's back in his tag team?
After he lost to Omega. Get back to the end of the line, boy.
Oh, boy. So I'm like, well, there you have it. And, well, the Good Brothers win the matchup because that's the only tag team that I swear, the Elite is getting almost NWO like, bro.
Yeah, they are.
They are just booking for them. And I'm like,
I mean, that's how they started, though.
Yeah, well, I told you the Bullet Club was the New Japan NWO.
No, what I'm saying, that's how they started, like, when they came to AEW, they had the championships. And the Bucks had the championships, and Omega had, I think, one title like that. He might have had plenty of titles at that time, but they wouldn't I guess they didn't overly use the championships. But now, since Carl Edison and Gallows got the championship, now they just about to start holding the titles up every week on AEW. You know what? They probably wanted to use the titles for that super match that they about to have. That's what they wanted it for.
It's a possibility.
The 5 members of the Elite versus the 5 Dark Order, so they can all come out with titles. I think that's why.
Well, the Dark Order still sucks. God, the Dark Order.
Yeah, we're not talking about the Dark Order right now, all right?
I know. I'm sorry. Your girl Deonna Purrazzo went against Thunder Rosa for the Knockouts Championship.
You can say that all. That was a surprise.
I know, and I like Thunder Rosa more than Deonna Purrazzo.
Yes, but it was a mystery opponent, and everybody thought it was going to be like Mickey or like one of the Iconics or somebody that got fired. But it was Thunder Rosa making her debut. So,
yes.
I
was like, I'd rather have Thunder Rosa than AEW. But anyway, yeah. It was still cool to have Thunder Rosa. I want him to have more time. Diana Purrazzo wins, but after the matchup, Hardcore Country does come. Mickey James is back, huh?
It was foreshadowed, by the way.
Yeah, well, hey, look, she's back in Impact Wrestling. Mickey James had a good career over in Impact.
Yes, she did, but I almost like how they foreshadowed it. It was like Diana Purrazzo had to sign the contract, and somebody dropped the bag off on her desk. They dropped the trash bag, and the name tag on it said Mickey. I was like, oh, hey, that's clever.
It is. Yes, I did. It was running with that joke. So yeah, so Mickey James is back in Impact Wrestling. That helps out the Knockouts division because they know they'll take care of her over there.
I don't think she's gonna be wrestling.
You don't think so?
No, I think she's.
I think she'll put the Diana Purrazzo over at least once in one good match.
I don't think she's wrestling like at all on Impact. Because she works for NWA. She's like their like general manager or something.
Oh, first of all, does NWA still even come on? I haven't seen it in a while.
Yes, they come on. They're having an all women's pay per view that Mickey James is the head of.
That's right. So it's still on YouTube, right?
I think those are pay per views.
No, I'm talking about like if I can watch NWA Power, it's on YouTube.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Okay.
But no, Mickey is like the head of NWA. So I know they're partnering up. But I don't think Mickey is going to. She might wrestle, but I don't think it's going to be like how it was.
Okay, that's fair.
So
main event time. Kenny Omega taking with Don Callis takes on Sami Callihan in a no disqualification match for the Impact World Championship. Once again, look, y'all gonna hate me, but these Kenny Omega unsanctioned, no disqualification, hardcore, extreme rules type matches, they just take this shit out of me every time I'm watching these joints, man. Like, seriously, like, everything is a kick out. Everything is a fucking kick out. And I'm like, I'm not with that, man. I mean, the match is fine, but it's like, first of all, you already knew, just like you said, you already knew going in that Sami Callihan wasn't winning this matchup. He ain't beat Kenny Omega. If me personally, when King start losing the belts, if anybody gonna lose to Kenny Omega, I mean, if Kenny gonna lose to anybody, I think it should be Moose.
Yeah, I think it might be Moose unless they build somebody up. But for now, it's Moose.
So we have Sami Callihan doing his best Nick Gage with got the pizza cutter cutting Omega up on the side of the head, and we have everything in this match from barbed wire to tables to thumbtacks to all that kind of stuff. It's just it's a Sami Callihan hardcore matchup. We get all this bullshit from. So, did you like the match at all?
Sami Callihan is the new Impact's Abyss. Remember how every time Abyss would have a match, you already knew how it would go. You know they had that board with the barbed wire.
Yeah.
You know they have thumbtacks. So it's like Sami Callihan is the same way.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Cause what sucks is Sami Callihan is actually a decent wrestler. He's just not like a hardcore spot monkey. So they bring in their was that a sheet of metal or something like that? I don't know. He gives a sidewalk slam of Omega on top of a trash can, and it gives him a power bomb to this wooden plank or steel plate over to the corner. And here's my thing. They bring out the thumbtacks. To do these spots. First of all, literally everybody's getting pile drivered off of everything. Even Sami Callihan brings out a barbed wire chair, gives Omega a tombstone on the barbed wire chair. Omega kicks out. If we're gonna get on WWE's ass for doing it, we gotta get on Impact's ass for doing it too.
Yeah, and AEW did it like 2 weeks ago. They did a tombstone from the top rope.
AEW do that shit every Wednesday.
Not a tombstone from the top rope.
Fair. the thumbtack spot. They bring out the thumbtacks. I like how Omega puts the thumbtacks on his knee pad and rubs his knee in the thumbtack so he can give him a V trigger. I was like, oh, that's dope. He gives him a package pile driver on the belt, and Omega still kicks out. And I'm like, how? I mean, we know how he's Kenny Omega, but I'm just like, but that just takes away just a lot from a lot for the match. It's not even dirty. Then Omega puts the thumbtacks in Callahan's mouth, which I hate that spot. I already told y'all that. Gives him a V trigger, gives him a one wing angel, and then Kenny Omega retains the championship. Yes.
Nobody's kicking out of the one wing angel.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not saying anybody should kick out the one wing angel. I'm just saying that we could just got there. We need to do all this other extra shit with it. To be completely honest with it. So So that was Slammiversary. Your final is a thumbs up, thumbs down for you?
Whoa. At the end of the show, Gallows and Anderson came back out to celebrate, of course. And as somebody, I don't know if you're familiar with them or not, but Jay White came out.
I've heard of Jay White. I know Jay White.
And if you know Jay White, you know he is my New Japan Cammy Grimes.
Oh, I know that.
But he's not growing on me, but I started to respect his wrestling ability. All right.
Okay.
Well, he came out. He's the quote unquote leader of the Bullet Club at the moment. And he came out, and Gallows, Anderson, and Omega tried to two-sweet him. And then Finjuice came out and beat up Jay White. And they just looked at him. So, I guess Kenny Omega and Jay White are going to feud now. And that kind of that not to say that it's a big deal, but it's kind of big because it leaves the door open for Impact, AAA, AEW, and New Japan to collaborate with each other on the same page. So that's kind of why it was a big deal for me in a sense, because some people stay on New Japan, like Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and those kind of people, Okada and Kota Ibushi, Naito, they all just stay on New Japan. After all this merger, they just only been on New Japan. This opens up the door for more stuff. Okay,
that's good because Impact needs it. I think they need all the crossover help with AEW and New Japan.
You thought. No, this is not for Impact. Impact always gets the short end of the deal, okay?
They always do.
Because they was like, they have their champions on AEW getting nothing in return. They don't even tell you what day Impact come on or what it comes on.
That's what like I said, needs a chance. That's why I'm still dumbfounded. Like, how are y'all still getting money?
You see them 100 people in there, they probably charge like $200 to go in there. So,
alright. Yeah. That's for everybody. Like, everybody, one payment of $200. So, there you go. So, my only thing, I gave the show, me personally, it was not that great of a Slammiversary. I gave it kind of a thumbs down. There were some things I liked in there, but overall, I didn't care for it. Like I did the other ones.
I gave it a thumb to the side because I was like, whatever. It's just Impact.
Yeah, that's what I gotta start saying. It's Slammiversary though.
Yeah, recently the Slammiversary has been okay, but they usually for some reason have big moves at like Homecoming. They had a big show for no reason, huh?
Last year they had the Fatal 5-Way elimination match. They had remember the Moose and Tommy Dreamer old school rules matchup. They had a gauntlet with Kylie Ray won. Chris Bay and Willie Mack was a damn good matchup last year. And the North, which I'm a fan of the North, took care of Kid Shark and Sammy Callahan. And then your girl that Rosalyn went up against Jordan Grace. So those were some pretty dope matches. The year before at Slammiversary, I think we both reviewed that live. Let's see, Sami Callihan took on Tessa Blanchard in the intergender match. Then we had Brian Cage and Michael Elgin for the Impact World Championship. Rich Swann and Johnny.
That guy.
Rich
That's
Swann.
what we need to talk about.
What Michael Elgin?
Michael Elgin is trash.
Oh. Like trash in personal life or trash in wrestling?
In personal life. I think he got arrested for beating up his wife, I think.
Oh, damn, Michael Elgin. Oh, damn, Michael Elgin. I can't ride for that. Yeah, so, Eddie Edwards and Killer Kross in the First Blood match. Moose and Rob Van Dam. That was, and then we go back to 2018. This is the one. Let's see, All Scenarios and Moose for the champion. That was a good match. Pentagon Jr. versus Sami Callihan, mask versus hair. The Latin American Exchange, which was the new Ortiz defeated the old. It was the 51-50 street fight for the Impact Tag Team titles. It was the new LAX versus the old LAX. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, that was the one with the barbed wire ring and all that.
Yeah,
I mean, not the bar, the boarded. The ring was boarded. The boarded ring.
Yeah, so we had a lot of good. See, so they've been good, but this year I don't know. It just it ain't clicking for me this year. So that's what it was. But we got to talk about this Michael Elgin thing real quick. All right. Yeah, sure. What's going on, Michael Elgin?
He violated his protective order. All right.
Yeah.
So the order of protection was filed to him on May 12th by his fiance of this year. Multiple times between June 7th and June 14th, he tried using different aliases, names, different email addresses to contact her and her mother and people that know her. And she left her home in April and just went somewhere else because she was being abused physically, mentally, verbally, and emotionally. So he tried to contact her. He broke her order. They had their relationship. Jesus Christ. Their relationship was June 2020 to April 21st, 2021. They were engaged to be married. The woman said she was never injured or any of her property was damaged. She never called 911, but she was abused by Elgin many times in the past and never reported it.
This man got a domestic problem.
She just said he was very intimidated. He's a large man, and she just felt harmed. She felt fearful of her life.
I'm not mad at her. Shit, Michael Elgin is a huge, solid dude. Wow, I know he was fucking up like this, man. I really didn't.
But look, she said, since I've been in a relationship with him, I have suffered sexual, mental, emotional, and verbal abuse for him. And abuse included punishment for saying no to sex, burying me verbally in public, berating me verbally in private, isolating me from my friends and family, monitoring my phone, computer to see if I am complying. I expressed not wanting to do. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, she didn't want to do stuff in front of pretty much. He was making her do stuff in front of people.
He is trash.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope we ain't got to talk about him or bring him up.